What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Man, that was a good fight last night, man. It really was. But it really showed that Frank really Frank really didn't have no business in the ring with Tank yet. I mean, he did good in the first, and he did good in the first and second round. But after I think around the third round, in the end of the second round and around the third, fourth round, he tasted Tank's power, and from that point on, he was bagging up in the corners. And I mean, hell, if them ropes wasn't there, he'd have jumped out the ring. He was bagging up so much. He was clearly got scared after the third round. Honestly, and I like Frank, but he was worried to death about that boy Power, and it changed his fight completely. When he came out in the first round, he was being aggressive. He was throwing shots. He had speed and good heat on them shots, and he was coming forward, making Tank bag up. He did that in the first round only. In the second round, he came out strong for a minute, but Tank caught him with something. And it just seemed like once he started bagging up, he never stopped. I mean, he went backwards the entire fight. And I really believe if you want to beat Tank, you're going to have to bag him up. You cannot have Tank just stepping forward to you with his hands down, punching that wheel. And that's exactly what he did against Frank after the second round. I give Frank the first three rounds, and I'm being generous with that, but that was it, man. From that point on, he was basically in there trying to survive. It seemed like to me. He was he threw a few good hard counter punches, but for the most part, he was bagging up, trying not to get hit with big shots. And the ring was only so big, and he stayed going backwards. Derek James kept telling him stay off the ropes, but in order to stay off the ropes, you gotta throw punches and come forward. And it was like he wouldn't even try to come forward. I'm watching the fight again now, and I be honest with you, although I went for Tank, I'm a little pissed off at Frank how he started fighting after the third round. You got to go forward. You can't let a guy like Tank bag you up all night and punch at will. And you think you're gonna keep slipping and ducking them. You know, did Frank catching with some good counter shots here and there, yeah, but he started throwing one punch at a time, and you're gonna have to let your hands go in there with Tank. You can't sit back hoping to just avoid big shots all night, and that's what he started doing. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, bagging up, damn near running. I'm looking at him now. I mean, he running and sitting on the ropes. You don't want to fight Tank like that, and I mean, he just would not try to step forward. And I don't know if this is what they worked on or not. I doubt it. And I mean, like I said, he was too worried about getting hit with big shots, and Tank had no fear of him. After the first round, keeping it real. Tank was doing what he wanted to do because Frank actually allowed him to. You know, he came out good in the first round. He started off the second round good. Frank did, and somewhat the third, but he just went backwards all night. And if you can't or don't bag Tank up or don't even try, I mean, he didn't even try to. I'm looking at him now, he's not even trying to bag the man up. He just trying not to get hit. And you gotta have confidence in yourself in a fight like this. And I don't know what Tank did to take all the confidence out of Frank, but that's what looked like happened, man. Now I never thought Frank had a chance. I really didn't. Well, I mean, everybody got a chance in the ring. You might get lucky and land a punch, but I kept telling dudes, Tank got 29 fights. Uh, Frank had 18. Tank was a big time amateur fighter. Frank started late, and experience matters in this thing, especially when a guy is hit harder than you, just as fast, and a better boxer. What the hell you got to do? What you gonna win with? That's what I couldn't understand. What do they expect him to win with? It really wasn't fair. to some degree, this was an easy fight for Tank. It was a good tune-up. Like I said last week, and I really wasn't being disrespectful. Everybody took it the wrong way, but Frank Martin ain't on this boy level yet. I mean, I think Frank needed about 4 more fights, 3 to 4 more fights before you get in the ring with somebody like this. He didn't need to be fighting Shakur either, not yet. You know, Keyshawn Davis said it best. Frank should have been fighting him, and I think he ain't. I don't even know if he's ready for Keyshawn just yet, and it's just because these guys had these long amateur backgrounds. Keyshawn been to the Olympics. These guys have got a lot more experience than he do. It's just the truth. And Frank is a damn good fighter, but you gotta take your time. The same way, who was that they moved perfectly? Hell, Tank. I just say Tank and Floyd. Look how long and Tank really should be fighting Shakur and them now. You know, and they still got him fighting fights like this here and there because you can't just throw your fight out there and to the wolves like this. You know, I think Earl was just being nice and let them have what he wanted, this big fight. But you know, and he should make good money off this fight. I'm happy for him and his family in that respect. But hopefully, this don't fuck with his confidence going forward. You know, I like the character that he showed after the fight, but get knocked out sometime, it might take a fight or two to overcome that. You know what I mean? You know, you got that guy. You got to get that out your head. You know what I'm saying? But I think they just need to. He don't need to be jumping right back in the ring with nobody like this. I really think they need to give him a layup for his next fight. He need an easy fight. He don't need to fight nobody hard when he come back. He need an easy fight or two and get his confidence all the way back. Same way with Earl. I'm not crazy about the Fundora fight, but I think Earl will beat him. You know, but I just think once you know, Earl didn't get knocked out, he got TKO, so it's a little bit different. This was a knockout, you know, and I just think they got to slow it down with Frank, you know, and he done made some good money now. Now let's get back to the level of fighters he had been fighting because he was fighting the right fights and and let him ease back into the next big fight. Don't throw him back out there real quick. I mean, and I hope they take their time from here on out. You know, you got in the ring with a big fighter. Now, give him a couple of years before you get another title shot. You know, because even if you get the title, he ain't ready for Shakur and all them dudes that he gonna have to fight just yet. So get a boy time to develop so he can be ready when the time comes. But he, you know, like I said, man, he did okay for a couple of rounds. But after the second round, you could tell he was worried to death about that power. And I mean, hell, if it wasn't for them ropes, he'd have jumped out the ring. He went back so much, man. Real talk. I mean, I'm sitting there watching the fight again now, and I just feel like he should have kept trying to push Tank backwards. And after the round, the middle part of the second round, that thought didn't even come up. All he was doing was trying not to get hit with them big shots. And you can't win no fight flinching and let it, and Tank could see he was scared of he was uh, looking scared of the power, you know. So I'm just glad he got the money and had him a big fight. Him and his family gonna be in a lot better shape after this, but time to slow it down, Frank. Pump your brakes and get back to fighting guys that's more on your level and work your way up to these guys that got a lot of experience on you and don't let these fans rib you up no more because you know a lot of them don't know what they're looking at, really they don't, you know, and you know you get hurt out there jumping in the ring with these big punches and you ain't ready yet. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like or subscribe. Till the next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.